DeathMatchPool. Once in a lifetime chance to win £10,000. Playing 8 ball, black ball. One winner, one chance, one prize. £10,000. Enter at a venue near you. DeathMatchPool.
Yes. Right, doing that there. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Stevie Walker back in the commentary box. Our sidekick Craig sat next to me with his keyboard ready to rock and roll. Colin Downey, Ronan Coyne. I don't know much about Ronan. Anton and Vinny. What a start this is. Deathmatch regional final. Winner of this makes it to December the 3rd final. He's a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I can't hear myself. Can I hear it? Can I hear it? Aye, I can hear it now. Maybe it's his earphones. One, two, 1, 2.
That's the background audio, is it not? Oh, I can hear myself now. You had to turn the mic on. So started tonight's death match already. What a heap we've got tonight. This is the qualifying final. Winner of tonight's qualifier goes through to the grand final 3rd of December. Round 1 here, we've got Anton Riley playing Vinny.
Vinny's got a chance here. Big chance on the Reds.
He loves to attack Vinny, so I imagine he's going 100% for this.
Has Colin and Ronan lagged yet? Are they ready to go?
Ronan's trying to sand down his 9-ball cue so that it works. Let's see. John Owen putting his cue away. That red, Stevie, beside the black ball, is that pass okay to the corner?
I think it does. I think that may well be second last ball, but he's not actually going for the finisher, which is probably quite clever. One frame shootout, Colin Downey style. I think that red flies in, so I don't think Anton will mess about here. He's unlucky.
You guys are listening to Stevie Capaldi and Stevie Walker just now. Stevie Walker's kindly invited me to join him for a short while.
The views are going up. Popularity of this commentary. Remember, guys.
What better than Stevie Windows? Stevie Windows kept pointing at the screen with his microphone, couldn't hear a word he was saying. Maybe better, right enough.
Well, that's it. He actually did tell me that he was voted commentator of the year, so I need to know the guys that were voting for that. Heard Pixie was involved. Well, this is a chance for Vinny. He's going to have to probably go here. he's actually quite well. He's still got a chance. He's still got a chance here. It's not as straightforward as it was. I'm surprised he's played to screw into the red rather than just drop on it, but he's still got a chance. Remember, guys, this is for a place in the December 3rd final for £10,000, which is a hell of a prize in any pool event, regardless of stature, competition, where in the world you are. £10,000 first prize, December the 3rd. One man here will go through tonight.
Stevie, you'll be hoping you're in the mix there. You won a qualifier at Garrett Craig last week.
That's right. Garrett Craig, we are going to have, we were hoping to have another one on Thursday, but the lounge is actually booked out, so it'll be next Monday. If anybody listening here wants to come and play a qualifier next Monday in the Garrett Craig, and the Thursday after that there'll be another one as well, so there'll be 2 qualifiers minimum next week.
Got a lot of qualifiers being played for just now, Stevie. Through in Edinburgh on Sunday, and playing in the Shandon. The weekend after that we're up in Dundee, McGurty's. And the weekend after that we've got 2 actually. We're in Bellshill on the Saturday and we're in McGoldrick's on the Sunday. All day events, hopefully with enough entrants to get a qualifier from them.
Is that the 29th, the one in juniors, is it?
It's going to be in Bellshill.
Ballroom,
Ballroom, 29th.
Gary Murphy running that one.
He was going to be, but he's just qualified for the Scottish, which is that weekend.
That
so
weekend.
You'll also find that a lot of the top players in Scotland won't be there because they have qualified for the Scottish. So there's a good opportunity for some of the players who maybe haven't made it to the Scottish to qualify for the death match.
Great opportunity, guys. Get yourselves involved. £10,000 first prize in December. So obviously you have to work your way through the qualifying round first to get yourself to a final 8, and then one winner from that 8 will qualify for the December the 3rd final. So if you're interested in any of the heats, get in touch with anyone at DeathMatchPool. Get in contact with Stevie, get in contact with myself, and we'll put you right on where to go and play your qualifiers.
This is brilliant, Steve. We've got a nice tactical game with Anton and Vinny, but Ronan in the other table is absolutely going for it every time he comes to the table. It must be putting Colin off. He doesn't like that style of pool at all.
Oh, I actually seen that with Ronan at first. I just seen him smashing a red into the bottom corner, and I don't know if he's covered the bag or if he's left an opportunity for Colin, but you're right, Colin will be a wee bit unnerved with a crazy attacking style.
I'd imagine Colin, looking at the table here, knows what the shot is to play, but also cannot predict what Ronan is going to do in return. It's only a good shot if you know what your opponent's going to do with it. I think it could be that Colin is bullied into doing something here that he really doesn't want to do.
I think we can both agree here that Ronan's going to have some kind of go.
Oh, I love his attitude. It's absolutely brilliant.
One of the strongest heats we've probably seen, and I mean, if you just witness,
this is brilliant.
What is he going to do next?
He'll find somewhere to put them. As you can see, he's not bothered about holding pockets or any tactical decisions.
This could travel.
Oh. He's not going to make this easy for Colin at all.
You can see Colin just taking the bag here. But again, Ronan could literally do anything here. Oh! At some point in time, Colin will be telling himself he'll have to get this done. Get it over the line.
If Ronan manages to steal this, we're going to need a couple of bouncers in here to calm Colin down. I reckon the queue's getting smashed into smithereens.
Just having a look at Anton and Vinny. I mean, that game started with both of them having half a chance. and the balls are sitting great, and it's became quite tactical from what was possibly a good chance for both at the very start, especially Vinny. Surprised at Vinny refusing to finish in the beginning.
Two players that clear the table so easily and so quickly, so often. Maybe sometimes too much respect for each other, Stevie, do you think?
That's a great point. Sometimes waiting on each other to have a go and make a mistake before they pounce. I think Anton's maybe having a wee look here.
Colin's got to be careful here, he can't hide that white. And if Ronan can see the red, Anton won't be happy with that shot. What is Colin going to do here? He's tried to get the white in behind the eight ball there.
He's left an edge here.
He has. And you know that red's going to be travelling. It can go anywhere.
No messing about from Ronan here. He's just killed another yellow.
Oh, Vinny. My goodness. A big slice of luck there.
I wonder how much Anton can get here.
It just shows you the standard of this qualifier tonight is so high.
Incredible.
That, you know, we could see tables getting cleared in seconds, and we could see some we could see some really long and deliberate games.
That was I'm going to say that was a miscue from Ronan there. I don't think he's meant
Just taking
slice it like that.
chunk out the near knuckle, has he?
I think he's trying to go off the bottom cushion with a lot of side and kind of smash the ball, but he's
It's just not worked out.
Colin's still giving him the odd invitation to maybe smash that red out. And
How many two shots do you think Colin's going to need here to get over the line?
this could be. I'm saying that. I
Do you think
think
Colin
that
goes for it now, or do you think he...
I'd be surprised if he didn't, but it depends how these yellows come out. I think he's obviously, everybody will say that's obvious. The first shot's important, but that's a great shot. And he's put the red up there dead as well, so that's a really, really good shot. He's got a free hit at this.
Yeah. Well, we say that, but you never know.
You would never ever guess that that's still the same frame with Anton and Vinny, considering how the balls were at the start. Colin's not played that very well. Is he going to go upstairs? Yep. Oh, Colin, that was close.
Wee Chinese. Can he go over, or has he got... Ah, he's got his cue down. That's good.
No, he made it hard for himself, but I think he's just about perfect now.
Oh, he's gone close. So, there's some more pool in this game yet.
Incredible, guys. This is deathmatch pool. One frame, anything can happen. You don't get the 2, 3, 4, 5 frames to come back. You have to play the right shots at the right time, and sometimes they just don't go your way. Has Colin left this? He came round and had a wee look at it. I think he thinks he might have, but he could be in trouble here if Ronan plays this right. He could leave Colin without a shot.
I've got a feeling Ronan's doing nothing other than going for the pot here.
I tend to agree, to be fair. Oh my
Oh
word.
my goodness. Hopefully this encourages some of you guys at home to have a go. You play shots like that, Stevie, when you qualified on Thursday night there?
Well, in the beginning it started off that way. Luckily enough for me, I landed top of the deathmatch ladder and managed to squeeze my way through. But Mark Smith, I don't know if you remember, Stevie, he was in the final of the $3,000.
That's right.
He finished 7th in the deathmatch ladder and managed to get himself up 4 matches before eventually stumbling to Scott Black, and he was really, really unlucky, playing some good stuff. Mark's one of the local guys from McGoldrick, very, very good pool player from the pub. He managed to make it to the final the last time, and although he can play the game, it kind of shows you that anybody really has a chance. And if I was you guys out there watching, I would be getting involved in this.
So Colin manages to get through there eventually against Ronan. And coming onto the table now, we've got Jordan Graham versus John Owen. John Owen was the finalist of the £3,000
right.
2021 final.
That's right. He started off in my group, me, himself, Robert Edmund. Quite a few good players in that group. John was the one that made his way through all the way to the final, and was him and Grant that was left to the end.
That's right.
That was the last two, that's right.
Really good final for him. Both had chances. Grant took a nervy but comprehensive win. But John's back looking for 10,000 this year. And funnily enough, Grant's not gone for it yet. The reigning champion has not had a shot. Might be leaving it till later.
Jordan and John, both guys, I think both of them play at the ballroom in Bells Hill, don't they?
Yep. John's been on and off the table. Hasn't played as much recently as he has in the past, but still goes down, plays the league games.
Yep.
He's actually picked up a 9-ball queue recently. He's having a bit of fun with that, so we'll see how he fares. This is an incredibly interesting game between Anton and Vinny. I must say, Steve, even right the way through the death match, I've never get bored watching a good tactical battle. I don't think I've get bored watching a frame, if I'm honest.
No. It's the one frame format for me is what it makes it special, because you don't know, is someone going to break and dish, is someone going to go for a finish, maybe relatively easy, stumble, and then there's 5 attempts each. Is somebody got a finish, they end up missing, that ends up in a tactical frame like this between Vinny and Anton. One frame pool, and the battle for that one frame, it's, I must admit, you're right, it's most of the time it's quite epic.
Anton will be really determined today, because he's been in the qualifying final before. The last qualifying final, he had a straight black to the middle bag. Don't know if you remember.
Oh, no.
Had a straight black to the middle bag. The black was on the spot, and the white was down near the corner pocket at the bottom of the table, and he'd had to play it into the middle bag. He's caught the near knuckle, and David's taken out 3 excellent pots and gone on to qualify.
That's right.
So Anton will be looking to make amends for that for sure.
It really is some standard of player in this tonight. And we're waiting on the arrival of Big Chick as well. Vinny said a go there. He'd feel a wee bit unlucky, but I think he needed a lot of side on that to be able to check back into the red and yellow on the bottom left-hand corner. That was a hard shot.
On the other table, John Owen. And you know what he's like.
Is this from a break?
Safety's not his first thought. Of course, if any player finishes from the break, the opponent gets a chance to do the same in order to level the match. I've got a feeling we might see that tonight.
Funnily enough, in the qualifier that I was in the other night, that's what I did. I broke and dished for the win, and Scott Black had the chance to dish back, and unlucky for Scott, if he's watching, he broke and the white flew straight in the middle bag, and that was the end of that.
It's quite common, I'll be honest. I think because people know that they've got to finish, they give it a little bit extra juice just to get those balls open. And what end up happening is they lose the white. It's so often the white ball goes in when somebody's got a break back opportunity.
John's taking reds here, and I must admit they look quite good. I'd be surprised if John doesn't take these out. He's just got 2 kind of awkward balls next to the black to navigate.
He takes that one to the centre, just lower than the black. Comes down the table. Wants to leave that one beside the black to last, possibly.
Yep.
Just where the balls are sitting at the moment. Don't see him getting in there any earlier.
Anton's going game here. Cushion first, red out of the way.
That's a great shot from Anton.
Very good shot. Vinny's got a chance here. He may be looking at a pop kick, length to the table. In fact, I don't think he's got any other shots, so this could be a bit of magic from Vinny.
He's done well to avoid the 2 shots there, actually. But Anton should take this away. A gentle nudge, take the white.
This is getting a wee bit awkward for John.
Anton probably wants to take the safe yellow this time, doesn't he? Goes any other path he's going to get. He's got to go in there first.
That's just about perfect. He's got a natural angle just to come up past the yellow for it in the bag next to the red.
It's got a tad high, but I don't think it'll cause Anton any problems. A bit of adrenaline possibly. Maybe just didn't have the angle. No, it's played well.
If anything, slightly under hit, but he'll be happy with this. That was some one single frame of pool. That was class. A few mistakes.
Battle of the Giants.
Yep, a few mistakes, a few good shots. But it just shows you the way that both of them kind of hung in there. Vinny was forced to have a go in the end. Anton had the game kind of tied up. But one frame of pool, you've got to do whatever it takes to try and go over the line.
So we've got another deathmatch heat, Monday night regular deathmatch heat on the other 2 tables, tables 1 and 2. I'm going to go and just make sure everything over there is going well. I'll be back shortly.
Next up, Chick McCaig, Eddie Cassidy. This should be a good one. Chick's been in playing 9-ball tonight. Hope he's not turned up his 9-ball queue for this. I've actually just had a wee look over my shoulder and noticed that John Owen has missed the red up the left-hand rail. Chance for Jordan. One awkward ball. Looks like the yellow won't pass into the top left corner, so I wonder if he can slide past it with a bit of side here or even flick it. That's a clever shot. I'd be surprised if John doesn't take a double on here and try and go for it. Looking at the fixtures, great shot John Owen. Anton Riley and Colin Downey will play next. We know Vinny will play Ronan. So these matches that are on just now will dictate who plays who in the next set of fixtures. 141 views on a Monday night. Not bad. 55 concurrent viewers. I don't know who you are, but cheers for that. Massive shot for John. Get himself round. Looks as if he's got quite a good angle just to slide past the yellows, so I would fancy John to get these. Red up the top, black in the middle. White could be travelling here. Wonder, do you try and drop it in and make sure you go towards the yellow, or do you screw between the gap and come back out? John might not want to put the trust in the table, playing it slow, so chance he might pump this in. That's a risk. That is the risk. Trying to make sure he runs towards the yellow to stay on that black. This is a massive chance for Jordan. Big Chick's just played a wild shot there as well. I hate to say it, but when you come off a 9-ball table, playing with those big heavy balls, and then lift your 8-ball cue out with the lighter ones, it definitely will play slightly different. So Chick looking to play a safety shot. And it's not really worked out, so chance for Eddie Cassidy to get to the table. He's maybe got the long yellow where he can go into the red and yellow towards the left bottom corner. I would imagine that's a shot of players, not a hell of a lot else on, so back to Jordan. Jordan's got a great chance here against John. The yellow at the top, if he can get down either side of these yellows at the bottom, he should be high percentage of the time taking these out. That's worked out very well for Eddie Cassidy. Edward. The voice of John McGinn, I think you've just heard there. Big shot for Jordan. He's played that really, really well. It looked as if it was maybe a bit soft to start with, but he's played that really well. DeathMatchPool people. This is a qualifier. The winner of this tonight will go to the £10,000 final, December the 3rd. Anybody that wants any information on qualifiers, there's loads of them running in McGoldrick's, where we are right now, McGoldrick's Pool and Sports Bar. Running some qualifiers myself from McGoldrick next Monday night and Thursday night next week as well. Anybody wants any information, give me a message. There's also qualifiers in Ballroom, Bells Hill and up and down the country, as Stevie was saying earlier. And there's ones in Aberdeen and numerous other places, so anybody wants any information, DeathMatchPool's on Facebook, and you can give anyone as a message if you want any information. Anyway, it's all there. £10,000 first prize, December the 3rd. It's a decent amount of money to be qualifying for a game of pool for, so if you want involved, give us a shout. Long black here for Eddie. Good finish, Jordan, well done. Long black here for Eddie, this is massive. Chick didn't get the safety and Eddie has stepped in and he's took a really good finish considering one of the balls was dead, and this black is massive. Welcome back, Stevie.
Is this from the break, Stevie?
No, Chick had a chance, tried to play a safety. He played a shot off the side cushion to come on for his. He had a bad red down the bottom. Didn't get on it, then decided to play a safety, but didn't get that right. And Eddie, to be fair, it was quite awkward. And he's took a
Eddie,
great finish.
well done.
Great finish.
So that's massive. You know, Chick was one of the favourites for this group, and that puts Chick in the bottom half of the knockout ladder. And Eddie goes into the top half. You know, Eddie's sporting the t-shirt tonight. He really likes this format. He's played quite a few times. I'd like to see him do well.
Well, he's just took an absolute cracking finish. He's had to try and kick a dead ball out at the start. Didn't quite get it right, but got a wee bit of fortune with the yellow in the bottom cushion going along, hanging over the bottom pocket. Gave him a chance to get on the awkward ball, and he took them out great. Brilliant finish.
So this is us into the second round. We've got some great matches coming up. We've got Anton versus Colin Downey. Jordan Graham's playing Eddie Cassidy. We've got Vinny playing against Ronan, and John Owen's got to play Chick McCaig.
Clash of the Titans.
Both players in the bottom half of the draw now. That wouldn't have been predicted by many, I'll tell you that.
So just waiting on the right players going to the right tables. The Anton and Colin, Jordan and Eddie. Then after that we'll have Vinny and Ronan, John and Chick. Some tasty ties. DeathMatchPool. Single frame, shootout style. The kicker is that you get a few chances to get yourself as high up the deathmatch ladder as possible. 3 rounds of fixtures to determine where you finish on the ladder. After that, who dares wins all the way up that ladder. Not many people have went from bottom to top. Might as well put it out there, I'm one of them that did. big 9-ball table just jumped up in front of me there. I end up commentating in the wrong game there. Well, here we go. Jordan and Eddie, Anton and Colin. Looks like Anton and Colin are trying to determine who's getting the biggest percentage if they let each other through. Here we go, it looks like Anton's breaking. Second round of fixtures are up and running. It's dry. Colin's not, I don't think he's on that red. No, he's definitely not. So we'll be going yellows here, the one next to the black. Oh my word. I don't want to say that Colin played that shot with his eyes shut, but I think it might be obvious that someone put their hands across his face, because that is not like Colin. Maybe I don't know, maybe trying to be too perfect in the yellow next to the red, but I think it was just a drop in. He maybe just took his eyes off the pot. I think Anton will fancy these. I'm looking at yellows here. I'm surprised he's not taking reds. That's it. I think Anton will take these out. I'll be surprised if Anton doesn't finish this. Colin will be kicking himself. That was a kind of straightforward pot to get him started. That he's obviously taking his eyes off it. Took it for granted, whatever it is, but I'll be surprised if Anton doesn't get these now. Jordan and Eddie's game looks a bit tighter. I've missed the break off, so I'm not sure if that's from the break, but he's just touching the yellow out. Co-commentator Stevie is out at the tables just now, making sure everything's in order for the next frames. Anton's, this is I'm surprised Anton's missed that, but and now it's blatantly obvious that Colin can't afford to miss, because Anton won't miss again. But this is DeathMatchPool. These guys don't usually miss these chances, and it's all about getting as high up the ladder as possible. Gear up, give themselves as good a chance as they can possibly get at qualifying. £10,000 is a big prize in any competition, so the pressure is on. Anybody that fancies it, remember, get in touch with any of us. If you're not really clued up on what it is, you're watching it thinking it's just a random game of pool or a random tournament. If you need any information, DeathMatchPool is on Facebook, and you can also contact myself or the main man Craig at Scottish Q Sports Streaming. He's the man doing all this tonight. We're live at McGoldrick's Pool and Sports Bar. Yep, as I thought, Colin would take them out. Anton will be kicking himself. Colin, to be fair, should have took it out at the start, but he didn't mess about there. That was a quick finish. Eddie's actually played not a bad shot the last one, but it's not come out as sweet as he would have wanted, so he's got a bit of work to do here. Jordan will be expecting to get back to the table. I don't see any way Eddie takes these reds out now. They're not They're not in prime position at all. Trying a containing shot, white in the bottom cushion. Make it awkward. Jordan will just want to put the white as safe as possible here. Nothing crazy. Get ready for some excitement, people. Ronan's back. Ronan and Vinny going toe to toe. And as you would have probably noticed in the first frame, Ronan will not be messing about. He'll be going for everything. And that's a great shot from Jordan there. He's really improving. Plays a lot of 9-ball as well, but he's getting better and better all the time on the black ball table. Here we go. Ronan to break. He's will be smashed wide open. What a break that is. That's some smash, and he's very unlucky. The group at the top of the table, and he's not messing about here. Like I says, it was going to be blood and thunder. No messing about from Ronan. Straight down, red, miss, and Vinny will. He's not going to mess about. He'll take these reds. He's tried to just flick the red enough to bring it portable, but he's still well in control of this frame now. Not a bad shot from Vinny. Ronan's not going to mess about. He absolutely nailed that. Has he got a shot? I think he may have an angle to go straight into this group at the top. And he's actually unlucky. He screwed that instead of running into it, and I think you can see he's speeding around the table. He's not messing about. I think the sooner Vinny gets this done, the better. Because at one point in time, Ronan will get these. Chance for Vinny. 9 times out of 10 Vinny gets these, so Ronan, I doubt he'll be expecting to make it back to the table. He's probably unlucky to have landed in this heavier qualifier. Guys like Vinny, John Owen, Chick, Anton, Colin, Eddie. I mean, it's Jane Jordan who's in great form just now. Ronan's, if you're going to pick a regional qualifier to land in, this probably isn't the one you would pick, so it's probably a wee bit hard done by, but he'll learn, I think. Maybe needs some lessons in slowing down, but this white could be travelling here from Vinny. I don't think he likes it. Jordan and Eddie's frame still quite tight. Well, that's a big mistake from Vinny. This gave Ronan a great chance here. He's left him on his bad ball, and there's obviously still a lot of work to do. It's not as straightforward as just banging them in, but that is exactly what you'll see Ronan try to do. One down. Let's be seeing you, Ronan. Let's see it. Oh, well, it's popped out the bag. He's got this just go down and hit it kind of attitude, and where's the white going? Oh, Vinny. He's very fortunate there. He's shaking his head. But I think he should be more happy with the fortune that he's just gained there. Oh, you swine that you are, Vinny. And that was a lovely wee rub. We'll take, oh. That wiped its feet. So it looks as if Ronan's heading towards the very bottom. And his next match will be a death match. Believe it or not. John Owen and Chick McCaig. John Owen wins a lag, he will break. This is a big game, two really good players. A one frame of pool. Oh, that's a bad miss, but he's actually okay because the Reds aren't sitting great, so he won't be too disheartened with that. It's just can't see much that Eddie can play here. If he can squeeze that through that gap, it'll be a hell of a shot bridging over the black. The Chinese snooker. I don't know if he could cross double the other red. Left cushion past the black into the opposite bag. Maybe kiss into the yellows in the bottom, but there's not many options on here, to be fair. Jordan's miss wasn't exactly putting him in major trouble. He's playing at the bottom, but I like it. Trying the treble. That'll be 2 shots and a free table. Tell you what, that red landing there's made it a wee tad awkward. You've seen Eddie put his hand up to apologise when we know deep down he's not sorry. There's a wee bit of fortune and sometimes you need it, especially in one frame pool. John Owen, big chance here on the yellows. One kind of awkward one, as long as he gets low. I don't know from the angle where the black passes the red into the top left. Wow. Just shows you the skid and the slide that these cushions have. Looked like John had a proverbial tap in, as we call it, and he's literally landed, which looks as close to welded to that red. I don't know if you can see an edge of the yellow, but regardless, he's landed in a hell of a lot of trouble. Jordan with the 2 shots here. What does he play? He's got himself back in control of that pocket to an extent, but Eddie gave him the 2 shots, but a bit of fortune getting the red in front of the yellow didn't make it hard. It looks as if John's total snookered. And he's got the red in a better position for Chick as well, so Chick's got a chance here. It's not easy, but he's back at the table when he probably didn't think a minute ago that he would have been. It's a very good shot from Jordan. Played some really good safety shots, Jordan. A good shot from Chick. That's unlucky, Eddie. Very unlucky. He's got a free smash at it, I wonder how hard he'll hit this. Chick's played a kind of safety. That's 2 safeties where he's tried to cannon off one ball and slip in behind the other, and twice he's double kissed. I'm going to have to put that down to the fact he's been playing 9-ball during these matches, so the reactions are very, very different. Here we go, Eddie Cassidy. Oh, wow. That's like one of these ultimate pool 100 attempt things that they do on these adverts every day on Facebook, and Eddie's literally just blitzed it and won. Oh, and he's Mr. Black. The drama is unfolding at a rapid rate here, guys. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He goes and plays a double kick into the middle bag, lands absolutely plumb in the black. Ladies and gentlemen, he missed the black. Well, Jordan, you better take these ones out. Jordan's not taking anything out. It looks to me like he's going to play a wee snooker. In the grand scheme of things, one frame pool. It's not a bad shot. He's probably best just touching the bottom ball and landing right in behind the yellow. That's just as good, but that gives Eddie an easy out. I'd have been more for sliding off the bottom ball, just leaving my white touching the yellow, the side cushion, making it a lot harder for Eddie to get a hit. And with the two shots, then you're kind of guaranteed the frame. Eddie's got a couple of options here. He could probably go right in behind this. That's what he's trying, and he's unlucky. And Jordan could have really played himself into trouble. But even here he's in a world of trouble because he's not got an easy shot. Great shot from Big Chick. Absolutely fantastic. Just shaved the red in the way past. The angle's not perfect, but it was awkward. He's played it well. Jordan's tried the long plant. Eddie's got a chance at this black again. Chick's on the red. Top left corner. Looks as if he might have just a nice enough angle to go cushioning out for the black in the same bag. Eddie no messing about this time. That was crazy from Jordan, but it wasn't easy. So good one for Eddie. And Chick looks as if he's going to go over the line against John Owen as well. Incredible to see John Owen at the bottom of the ladder. As long as Chick nails this black, which he does, gets himself slightly higher chance of getting up the ladder than the boys at the bottom. But so a couple of games to go to decide where you land on the ladder. Colin Downey, Eddie Cassidy, Anton Riley, Jordan Graham, Vinny and Chick, and Ronan will play John Owen. The drama in that match there with Eddie Cassidy and Jordan was incredible. One frame pool, people get involved. Gary Murphy, how you doing, my man? Good to see you on the stream. I wonder if you're number 69 on the concurrent views. Mark Bryce, great gameplay here. Very, very true, mate. Eddie's frame was epic there, to be fair. Him and Jordan had a right battle. A couple of mistakes at the start, then it got a bit tight. And then the shot that Eddie's played, and I believe he's meant it. I believe he's played the double kick into the middle bag, but then to nail the black and rumble it was high drama. Sorry guys, had a small break here and look at the views that I've dropped. I'm obviously very popular. Gary Murphy, is that you putting on the adult things on the chat? I'll keep an eye on you, boy. Well, here we go, Colin Downey and Eddie Cassidy, both of them fighting out to see who tops the deathmatch ladder. The winner will sit at the top and I'll wait all the other matches getting played through. This is the, for people that don't know, the aim is to play your way through the first 3 rounds of fixtures. You play 3 frames and that will dictate where you finish on the ladder. Whoever finishes bottom has to win all the way through to the top to qualify. The person in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, as you can imagine, they have to just wait and play. Winner stays on all the way to the qualification match. Effectively fighting their way through the deathmatch ladder. Each match is a deathmatch on that ladder, which means if you lose, then effectively you're dead and gone. So John Owen will play Ronan Coyne in the first match on the deathmatch ladder, but that will be played after these matches dictate who finishes first, second, third, fourth, fifth and 6th on the ladder. That's a very good shot from Eddie there. Very good shot, gets him back in the frame. I'd be surprised if Colin leaves a yellow in there, yep. It's a simple double across. Probably didn't want it to go, but he might have a dash at this now. Oh, that's a really, really good wee flick. I wonder if that yellow passes. Obviously didn't. He wouldn't have played it like that. It does now. Fancy calling to get these. Right, Peter, I'm seeing your comment about the break. I'm assuming Colin went off the back. I was away for a short break and came back and the match had already started, so I didn't see it, but I'm assuming Colin came off the bottom cushion. And Colin has gave a gift to Eddie here. And the way Eddie's playing, I fancy him to take it. Anton, big chance. You'd say watch the white, cutting the red and going towards the bag. Ah, he's played it well. Well done, Anton. So Anton and Jordan's position on the ladder is set. If Jordan's lucky enough to win his match for whoever comes up towards him on the ladder, then he'll play Anton again at some point down the line. But for now, Anton's third in the ladder and Jordan's sitting 4th. Chance for Eddie here to dictate whether he sits top or second, and it's a big chance for Eddie here. Yeah, Peter, just seen your comment there. I had a feeling because Colin's done that quite a lot in the death match, going off the back, basically saying to himself, if he breaks him open and it's dry and somebody finishes, at least if he goes into the back of the pack, he's guaranteeing himself mostly another shot, which in his logic, he's just trying to make sure he gets a chance at the table. So that's became a bit of a habit in the death match for Colin to play that break off the bottom. So wonder what kind of angle Eddie's left himself here. It looks very, very straight. He'll be disappointed that he's not given himself a better angle there. I think he had to jab back and he's ran through, so this doesn't look as if he can cheat the bag, so he might have to take his medicine here, run through towards the pocket and then play the cutback. Big shot, because the person that sits top has obviously got a better chance. He wouldn't have wanted to be on the cushion, but you know what? He's given himself a better angle at the pot, so he knows if he pots it, he likely wins the frame, even if he gets the bag. That's a fantastic pot, fantastic from Eddie. He's queuing very, very well here. That's it, plenty of pace on it, well done. So Eddie will top the deathmatch ladder. So he will sit and wait for everyone to fight it out to get to him. Very well done, Eddie, played great. Vincent Bemendi and Chick McCaig now to see who sits 5th and 6th respectively, and Ronan and John will tangle to see who is the first person to exit tonight's deathmatch qualification regional final. Keep calling it a regional final because it's not like it's based on the regions, but as everybody who plays it knows, you've got 8 qualifiers, and the winner of each of the qualifiers will go through to the next qualification match, commonly known as a regional qualifier, and the winner of that makes it through to the deathmatch final. This one, December the 3rd, McGoldrick's Pool and Sports Bar, live streamed, Scottish Q Sports streaming. Craig's definitely the best in the business. Anyone that needs any information, deathmatchpool.com. Deathmatchpool is also on Facebook, and there's plenty of people, myself, Gary Murphy, the guys in some of the other regions will know who to speak to, but probably the best thing to do if you need information is get in contact with Deathmatchpool, and they will give you everything that you need to get involved in this. Whether you're a pub player, or you that guy that sits on a Friday night and tells your mates that you were on the table for the full night, nobody could beat you. This might be for you. It's just one frame at a time. Obviously there's some rules involved. It's played to black ball rules, so but I would advise most people, if you want to have a go at this, get in touch. Brilliant concept and big prize at the end, so anybody can run it. No, I know Paul. Spoke to Ronan on the way in, and he's literally walked into one. I mean, this could be a final. The guys that are in this could technically be the 10 grand final. Last 8, it's one quality player after another, and Ronan, to be fair, he's had his chances, Paul. He's had a few good chances. He's just maybe rushed it a wee bit, maybe the guys he's playing against. And I know he likes to play quite quick, but as you say, it is a tough section to walk into. Well, Vinny and Chick here. It's not a great shot for Vinny. He'd have wanted to come back another couple of inches there. Ball on the top now. He would have wanted that last, but the black, I think the black goes almost everywhere, so there's not too much to worry about. Again, he's a wee touch short, so that's it. Bottom, middle, top left for the black. Again, he's underscrewed that again. Should be fine, but he's running slightly away from the bag. He's under hit every shot throughout that, and he's having to change the route of his finish, but that's a much better shot. He's over hit that, and he's pretty lucky not to get off, but he fancies chances here. He's got there in the end, Vinny. He's got there in the end. I'm guessing that was a reverse dish. Whilst we were getting set up for the one table setup, I missed the break off there, so I'm guessing it was a reverse dish because Chick is not coming back to the table, so very well done, Vinny. So the deathmatch ladder is sealed and ready to rock. Eddie Cassidy, number 1, he will sit and wait. The rest of them playing through: Colin Downey, Anton Riley, Jordan Graham. And who would have thought Vincent Bemendi, Chick and John Owen in the bottom three. John will play Ronan Coyne in the first death match to start the climb of the ladder. Oh, nice wee bit of spin there from Anton, doing some exhibition stuff while we're waiting the matches getting started. I've no idea where the boss has disappeared to. Stevie Capaldi, Mr. Deathmatch. He was involved in this commentary at the start. I don't know if he's maybe been thrown out of the club. You know what he's like, guys. He's a bit aggressive at times. No, I'm only kidding. I've just seen him through the gap. I think he's on the 9-ball table right now. Someone's issued a challenge. He's sporting the Deathmatch t-shirt. Looking great. Had it on myself down at the IPA not so long ago. Oh, here we go, guys. Deathmatch ladder will be kicking off any minute, so stay tuned. Just get a bit of information from Aidan Walker, letting us know that Johnny McDermott and Mark McCarst are in the final of the doubles in France. All the best, guys, from everyone here in Scotland and all of us here at DeathMatchPool. Hope you do as proud and get it done. Sorry guys, we did not know that Ronan and John had began their death match on the other table. Normally that would all be totally played out on one table once all the other fixtures are done, but these guys have just started, so that's fine, it's totally fine. But he's landing a bit awkward here, but if he's I think Ronan will go, you know, if you've been watching you'll see he'll probably go for this, but tell you what, that's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot, that's thin. This is thin. That was always the risk. And where's the white? Where's the white? This is massive. Could Ronan pull off the upset of the night and beat John Owen? If he just takes his time, he's got a chance. He's playing like it's the last pool match on earth, and he is in a hurry to get this done. Where's the white going? This is incredible stuff. John Owen's knees are knocking here. Oh, he just needs to get his hand comfortable on the table. Oh! Really, really, really unlucky. I mean, obviously, everybody watching will be saying he should have potted that, but Ronan's under big pressure against some of these guys. As I say, some of these guys, top ex-Scotland players, guys that have played at the highest level, won a lot of tournaments, and Ronan's landed in a group that he's not got much chance of winning, and that's big pressure to go and beat these guys, especially when you've only got one frame, one go at it. So unlucky, mate. Here we go, check the keg, John Owen again. John wins the lag. And remember, guys, John was to break and dish, Chick would have a chance to break and dish back. Well, Paul, Ronan had a big chance there. I'm sure you were screaming at the TV, phone, tablet, whatever you were watching on. You had a big chance. I can see your comment, oh wee man. He'll learn for a big experience, so try break from John. You probably have liked. Maybe it's hard to tell from here whether the yellow is blocking the red above the bottom red to see if it passes, but there's work to do either colour that you take. Snatched at that a wee bit, Chick. Well, guys, I was saying to you, I felt Stevie Capaldi had been thrown out of the building, but he's actually back. He's back. We've missed him. We were looking to see where the boss was, but he's back.
I'll tell you where I was, Stevie. I'm on the other two tables for the other heats happening, and I've kind of let them go because there's quite a few of them I've played before. Well, did they not go and put the letter O into the scoreboard instead of the number 0? Which threw names all over the place, and so they were playing matches they shouldn't have been playing, and people had felt as if they'd 3 victories and they'd only played one person they were supposed to. It was an absolute disaster, so it needed some sorting. Talking about disasters, how did Ronan miss that black?
Well, we've actually had some comments on it. We've had myself kind of willing him and dying for him to knock that in, and I think the pressure, I mean, obviously he goes down, he plays things quick. You look at the guys he's in their seat against, he's probably felt that kind of adrenaline rush, the chance to beat someone like John Owen, and maybe just snatched it. I don't know, but I must admit I was willing him on there.
Unbelievable. And let's talk about this ladder. Chick McCaig and John Owen, second bottom.
Exactly what
How
I
does
said.
that happen?
Two guys that were probably most fancied. I know John got a lot of votes on the Facebook poll. I actually voted for Chick myself. So if anyone was to give me a choice of who I would put in this position, these two would probably have been last.
It's unbelievable. What a shot there by Chick. Fantastic.
Arguably one of the best at doubling the ball I've ever seen.
It's just such a natural talent, Chick. I mean, not even can play the 8 ball, he plays the snooker, he plays the 9 ball, does all these things so well. He's great in the golf course. Is there anything he can't do?
I've never seen him dance.
He might if he gets through this group, I tell you.
He might get a wee Michael Jackson turn here.
Is he taking this off the yellow?
He might just cut it straight in. Non check. Oh my word.
That was a tough cut. Andy's given 2. John, unlikely to miss from here, but then you know the pressure, Stevie. You've
We've been
mentioned it
saying
so
this.
often.
Yep. All night,
it
every time we think.
Makes you do funny things.
Every time we think it's done, there's always another twist. And we say these guys are just so good that you don't expect any mistakes. But one frame pool, the pressure of one frame pool, knowing that one mistake could be your last, it's never easy.
Also think it takes a little bit out of the top players. You know, we've had some absolute top quality players, both in here and around the country. There's Ross Fernie, took a couple of shots at it through in the corner pocket not long ago and wasn't able to qualify. And you go, how does somebody of that calibre not find a way through? But it's just the nature of this game.
One frame pool, it's incredible.
I would imagine that if you count back all of, say, Ross Fernie's games over the last season, how often would he have been involved in a hill finish to a match? And the answer is probably not often.
That's very true. Very, very true. I consider some of his matches at the IPA, one of the games where he played Robert Stephen, and I think he won 7-1 maybe or 8-1 in record time, and then the next time we played Robert he lost by a similar score. So yeah, that's a fair point.
These guys don't play hill games very often.
Yep, very, very true.
And then there's people like me that go looking for them. five frames ahead with 6 to go, and I'll find the hill.
John will have to just push through here, I think, and take the yellow on the top now. He's went a wee bit far.
No, just pull the white back a quarter inch, no, you're right. Stun shot. That's a long bridge, isn't it? Oh. Wow.
And out goes Chick McCaig.
You wouldn't have thought so. And he shakes his head. I can see him shaking his head from here, and I know what he'll be saying. This game's ridiculous.
That's Chick retired again.
It's a stupid format, he'll be saying.
There goes my chance of getting him out for pool tomorrow night.
I give him an hour before he asks me for my tenner back.
And here we go.
John on the climb. So he said to me just, he came over and he said, how many times has somebody made it from the very bottom to the top and then won through? I think you've done it, Stevie.
People listening will probably remember me mentioning it about half an hour ago.
I wasn't listening. You, John Dawson, and I'm sure there's another. I'm sure we've got 3 people who have made it from the very bottom to the top. So, yeah.
It's not easy.
It's a big ask for John, especially in a group like this.
Yep,
but
exactly.
I know he'll believe he can do it. And he asked the question for a reason. He wanted on that Hall of Fame.
Dry break here.
So what you're looking at here, Stephen, I mean, you've played in a couple of years yourself, you've made it through to the final of your own. Do you look at a table like this and try to find a way out, or are you still calculating the risks and looking for safeties as an option?
Well, it's funny, the other night, you could argue I was probably the favourite to go through for the guys that were there, and I finished top, but I found myself against these guys that I'm expected to beat, which I don't believe that kind of you should beat that guy, but I had chances to go for finishes that I wasn't actually going for. I was making sure, and I think this one frame format probably gets you playing the player more than the table, more than not, because you know that one mistake and that could be you beat.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that. I mean, it might just be me, it might just be my thinking, but a lot of the time I'm thinking to myself, I don't believe the guy I'm going against may finish here, so I'm going to make sure. Then there's times it could be Vinny, check John on, where I'm saying to myself, I need to take these out.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way I would look at it, certainly. You know, you're playing against somebody who, you know, if they get half a sniff, they're going to tie you up in knots and leave you wishing you'd taken that chance when you had it. So I tend to go for it when you're playing the top boys. Like to say, 56 on just now. We've had almost 400 views tonight. We have had 400 now, yep. So well done, thank you for tuning in, watching a little bit of this. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this stream. I've got the final, Stephen, of the 2021 final, and I've cut it down to a kind of highlight show. It lasts about 12 minutes. Unfortunately, because I took out the best bits, we've had to cut your commentary as it goes, and I've done a bit of commentary over the top of it just to explain to people what's happening who don't know. But we'll get you involved in the next one, Stevie. The voice of Deathmatch.
That's a very good shot. I wonder if that yellow passes the red. I think it does.
Don't know. He flicked it just a fraction.
Yep. You may have to take the bottom one.
Looks as if it does go though. I think maybe a half pocket possibly, but
he's dropping it in to take.
Oh, he's taking it long. Yep. The white's come out just a fraction too far off that cushion. Can he stop the white dead? I think he needs to. Oh, he's going to run through onto the red, isn't he? Oh,
he's trying
Vinny.
to hammer it in.
Rush of blood. Why did he not take that, follow the white through onto the red and just nudge it and then take a slightly more difficult black? He must have liked it.
He's forced it really, really. I mean, that was a hard shot to screw the line to the table, and I mean, he's landed well with the white, but gave himself a higher percentage chance of missing, and that's exactly what he's done. John will be feeling good at the table now. Big favourite, I would say, here now.
So according to the votes and who was going to win tonight, a couple of the underdogs in the top half of the table. Jordan Graham didn't get many votes, and Eddie Cassidy only got one.
I know, and he's
sitting top.
He's played great. He did come and tell me, guys, that shot that he played bottom cushion and then kicked into the middle, even though he did mention seeing it himself on the trick shot reel from Ultimate Pool, that he didn't mean it. He said it was a fluke, and he underhit it and it came back and kicked into the middle. So fair play to the honesty that he showed there, because I would have claimed that every day of the week. Although he did miss the straight black after it, but it was a fantastic shot to get away with. Good shot, Vinny. Aidan Walker asking a question about Liam Dunster and Mark Boyle. If they were to have a money match race to 21, who do we think would win, and how long will it last? It's a tough question. Two of the best guys in the table. I don't even think I could answer that one, to be honest. It's a good shot from John there. Quite clever, he's opened the game up for himself.
Mark Farnsworth's got a game against Mark Boyle as well down the road. That would be a good one.
This is a big shot for Vinny. It looks as if he's going to have a go at this. I don't think he's got much option, to be honest. I'd be surprised if even a hit is good enough here. He might need to try and pot it, but again, the mistakes that get made, the chances that get created in the one frame format.
Where the table's sitting, you just want to all out for that yellow, don't you?
Yep.
There's no point in trying to sneak in behind it or keep it tight, because it's not going to do you very many favours. I mean, he's got a small advantage that if he doesn't move the yellow too far, then it blocks that red into the corner. But
He's just playing the hit.
John's just... it's a touch unfortunate. John's just going to repeatedly play the snookers though, isn't he? He wasn't getting out of that situation without something magical.
John's got the option, he could pot the yellow here. I'm actually surprised he's not playing the yellow along the cushion, to the middle of the top cushion.
Yeah.
But
if he does that, he's... well, yeah. The problem is it could cause him a problem with the red that he's playing onto now. If it doesn't sit right, or if it comes out and blocks the angle.
That's a fine, that's a good shot. He's not interested in the yellow, he's just going to... He's basically saying, I'm going to get it done, so the yellow doesn't matter. He's not left himself a great angle here. He's maybe going to take this top one, then maybe have to take the one in the bottom. One hanging the bottom right bag. I don't think he's got much of an angle here.
He because of where the ball's sitting, he can just stun this in, can't he? And then he
it.
play that ball over the corner pocket and look for position after that. He doesn't need to do anything with the white, really.
I had a feeling he was going to screw back there, but...
Is that really giving him much of an advantage?
He's still got the exact same shot, as
Yeah.
you say.
So we've only got 8 Monday night heats left in McGoldrick's, and that's us done for 2022. We're not far away from the 3rd of December, and there's qualifiers all over the country just now being played out. We've got some in the Gartcray again with Stevie organising, as he said, Monday next week and Thursday.
Yep.
We've got Thursday nights down in the Bullseye in Greenock. We've got next weekend, Sunday, we're in the Shandon in Edinburgh. There's a wee special offer being put up with the bar for that one, so we've got a £10 entry to the death match. We've got £5 flyer on the go as well, which people can enter. And if they enter both before the weekend, then they'll get half price entry to any other death match tournaments want to play in that day if they don't qualify. Stevie's getting some proposals through the web chat here, which are interesting.
And another one for John. He's climbing the ladder well. And Stevie said he asked the question in the beginning about the people that have qualified from the bottom all the way through. And he's looking relentless right now. Next up for him, Jordan Graham.
Saturday 22nd, we're going to Dundee, McGurty's. And then Saturday 29th, we're through in Ballroom Bells Hill. Saturday 30th of October, we're back in McGoldrick's for a Saturday event. And then we're hoping maybe to get a couple of qualifiers played if it allows, maybe at the Supers.
That would be pretty good. Should have plenty of people down there hoping to get themselves involved in this. Super 15s, a lot of players. If you're going to it, hopefully get a couple of qualifiers down there if you're interested.
There's a lot of if buts and maybes attached to that right enough just now, so whether or not we can get the tables into the kind of the bar area and create an environment. And it's also making sure that you're not inviting any players to play that are potentially going to be involved in their games.
Yeah, definitely. And here we go, guys. John, you can see his name floating up that ladder. Another game, another man, Jordan Graham. Another dry break. I think that's 3. Chick definitely broke. Vinny broke. I think that's a couple of dry breaks and John's had a chance. Not always taken, but maybe the omens are in his favour. Every time there's a dry break, he seems to take the frame. Jason Ashton asking, how does a venue hold a qualifier? I'll leave that for you, Stevie.
Yeah, you phone me and ask. So if you jump onto the website, which is DeathMatchPool, or the Facebook and PM me, I can get in touch with you. There's quite a number of people out there, I must say, asking about it. I had a call from Kyle up in Perth Ballroom the other day, looking to possibly do something, and we're looking at Inverness as well. So, yeah, just get in touch with me. Tell me where you are, and we'll make it happen. If you want to do a Saturday event, I'll come through and run it for you. And if you want to do what Stevie's doing into Gartcraig and have one on a Wednesday night, Thursday night, something like that, then I'll send you over the spreadsheet, show you how it works, and it's really quite easy to do.
David Gibson, yes, there's always space. Well, there's always space on the Monday nights. I'll have space in the Gartcraig. This Monday coming, there's always space in McGoldrick's. So get yourself along if you want involved. You can give myself a message, give Stevie a message. He's on Facebook as DeathMatchPool. But David, there's qualifiers. I'm having one in the Gartcraig on Monday, and then on the Thursday. And as I say, there's always qualifiers in McGoldrick's on the Monday nights as well. Jason, to answer your question, just Scotland or England as well. Anywhere in the country, if you're in Wales, if you're in Ireland, and you can get the qualifiers done, I don't think there's any discrimination towards where you can hold them, as long as you can get the qualifiers done and get your place. Generally, what would be the best thing to do is contact Stevie, and he'll give you the information necessary so that you can work out how to do the qualifiers and make sure that you can get enough to get down to that one qualifier for the December finals. But the best thing to do, mate, would be get in touch with Stevie and DeathMatchPool on Facebook or on the website, and he'll keep you right on that. And as I say, David Gibson, every Monday night in McGoldrick's there's always qualifiers, and if you're interested, you can give myself a message. We've got qualifiers Monday and the Thursday in the Gartcraig. Perfect, Jason. No chance for Jordan here on the Reds. He's actually landed not too bad here, because the natural angle should take him up the table. And I think the one next to the red's going to have to be his last ball. Seems quite obvious, but it's not as straightforward to get on. I think it looks like it might go in the top right bag and the bottom left. So we'll see how he plays this. No bother, David. Cheers, mate. How you doing, Bomber? How are you, mate? A wee question for you, mate. If you're fancying on Monday night, I know you play pool on the Thursday in Uddingston, so if you fancy the Monday, Bomber, we are between here and the Gartcraig having some qualifiers. You can give us a wee message, mate, if you're interested. Oh, Jordan's went about this just as I thought, so this is a big shot. He's actually took these really well, Stevie.
I've been watching, yeah. He's a cool customer, Jordan. And
he's really improving now.
He is. He's starting to get the recognition I think he deserves. There's people talking about him now. Whereas if you go back, even a couple of months, and you would have said Jordan who, it's he's making a name for himself for sure. Oh, has he let the weight go? Yep. So he's now looking at the cross double into the bottom corner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen. Walker the Talker found his calling. Do you know, that's what Big Chick said to me not long ago as well. He said something along the lines of, commentators have got a habit of talking total nonsense. You, my friend, have found your calling. So thanks very much for that, Chick, and you, Robert.
Chosen very carefully.
The slidey cushions made that shot very, very difficult. And is this another one that John is going to go in and sweep up?
He's got to take that middle yellow first and knock the other one off the cushion, doesn't he? And then everything should be there for him.
John's very attacking. I don't see him going any other way.
It's not as sweet as he wanted it to be.
You'd have hoped that came out a wee bit further, but you'll probably still fancy these.
Just because you've asked there, Jason, yeah, north and south of the border, we're all over. We've got the qualifiers, so we've
I'd say to him,
got the
Scotland,
final.
England, Wales, whatever it is, just get in touch with yourself.
We'll get the final in Pilkies and Leeds this weekend, and I believe, and we've got Q8 and Wigan. They're almost finished. I think they've got one qualifier to go in. The lad Stu Williams, he's in holidays just now, otherwise it probably would have been finished. Couple of great clubs. Next year the hope is that we go to a bigger prize again. I'm crossing my fingers we can pay out £30,000 2023. But I'm going to need the help of some of the folk that have been involved. So if you're thinking about sponsorship there, we're hoping to go into television for some of it as well. And we're hoping for an audience with the likes of Matchroom and a few other organisations too. So the idea is to grow it every year. Keep that big prize and keep the entry low.
I think when you talk those kind of figures and prize money, you're kind of hoping that the sponsorship and the potential for TV comes, and I think it's a concept that can only grow. I've believed in it from the start. Stevie would tell you that, and £10,000 in December and hoping to go to 30 in 2023. If that doesn't whet your appetite, guys, I don't know what will.
So, like you said, John's done it again, it looks like. Yep, tucks it away.
Every single time someone breaks dry, there's a breakdown halfway through the frame, and John wins again. I tell you what, Stevie, there's a few of us that have went from the bottom to the top, but not in that kind of field.
Oh,
this
my
would be
goodness,
pretty epic.
No. But he's got a massive task ahead of him. He's got to beat Anton Riley, Colin Downey, and then Eddie Cassidy, who's finished top of this table.
The man on form.
Sporting the Deathmatch t-shirt tonight as well. Might be bringing him luck.
One thing's for sure, John will be the player that's sharp.
Yeah, so that they talk about that. You know, some of the players have argued that it's not that healthy to finish top of the ladder. It's not healthy to be sitting in your chair all night waiting for that final frame. Now, I don't know where else you would rather sit. Some of the guys are saying, well, if you come in at fourth or third, at least you've got your hand on the table. Regardless, you're still having to play somebody who's just won a match. You're having to play against somebody who's warm and confident. So I don't know. I would always want to qualify top, but
I think I'm the same. I've had a few people say things like, at the end of the day, it's only one frame. At the end of the day, the odd frame won't make any difference, whether you're warmed up or not, in the one frame kind of shootout format. But then there's the other side of the coin where people argue that they prefer to be in early, but I don't know if that's just the person that finishes bottom in the group claiming they want more table time and really they would like to be at the top.
Well, let's see what happens. You know, John Owen got more votes than anybody in the competition. So, in a small way, if if John goes on to win this tonight, I'm going to have to give 12, 14 people unlimited free entry for the rest of this year.
Do you know what, Robert? That is a great point. That Colin Downey himself was speaking about. He takes the break but goes off the back, and the reason for that is if he gets reverse dished from a dry break, he's out and doesn't get a chance to dish back, so he likes to make sure he gets a shot in the frame. But in what you're saying, you would give the break away, which again, if you get dished, you get a chance to dish back, which is a fair point.
So Anton came up dry and John's back at the table.
This seems to be a common occurrence here.
Continuing to climb. So he's just got that one awkward red on this side cushion. I mean, his next pot's going to have to be a reasonably good one, but he's capable of potting any of the other three. It's whether he takes a double on just now or leaves it to take it down the cushion as his last red. That way he's covering the pocket.
Yeah. The way he's kind of mapping it out is that he's going to take it down into the black pocket. And he's going to probably do that second last. I wonder if he could. No, yeah.
Wonder what his angle's like on that red.
Yeah.
It looks straight.
Paul Ramsey, you've said about the dry breaks. I'm pretty sure there was 3 dry breaks in a row against John. So there's a lot of people who on the Facebook vote who are on John Owen for basically if you liked and shared the page and you got to vote for who you think would qualify tonight. If John Owen qualifies 11 people, you'll know who you are. We'll have unlimited free entries in the qualifications to make it to the final of the deathmatch. So for instance, this one here is a regional final, which obviously occurred after all the qualifiers. So you will get to play in the qualifiers over and over and over, unlimited, in the hope of reaching one of these finals. Then that gives you a chance, obviously, to get to the main final in December. And 11 people could have unlimited. So that would mean every qualifier you could enter for free. It's a lot of £10 to be saving, so there'll be 11 people right now shouting at the TV or staring at their phone looking for results, and all they'll see is John Owen, John Owen, John Owen, John Owen, John Owen climbing up the ladder. It would be some feat for anyone to come through this group from the bottom to the top. Anybody that knows John will know that if anybody's capable, he is. So there's no doubt that he's capable of doing it. And Stevie's probably in a bit of a panic that 11 people could go toe-to-toe with free entries. I wonder if I can go on and change my vote. I voted for Chick. Thank you very much, Charles. In the form of your life tonight. Must be on the 9-ball table because it wasn't on these. 501 views, 505 views, sorry, 70 concurrent viewers. Loads of people on the chat, thank you very much for that. The interaction always makes my night a wee bit better. As Robert stated, I like to talk anyway, so this probably is my calling. And as long as these guys will have me, I'll be here. Craig sits next to me having a wee bit of a giggle sometimes at stuff that I've said and I don't even realise what I'm saying, so then he points out some of the howlers that I've missed. And we had a bit of excitement earlier during Ronan, and I have to say thank you very much to Ronan, because that's some group you were in, mate, and you had a go. If you potted that black, I would have probably screamed the loudest in the building, because I think you deserved to at least get one black down, mate. So, oh, what a shot, Anton. I'm calling that a fluke, Paul. It doesn't look as if it passes, but I'm guessing it must. And if that yellow passes the black, it must. Anton's crazy, as everybody knows, but he would not be taking this on. Oh, he's tried to kick it out. And he's put himself in a little bit of bother here, guys. So it's not easy to get in behind that. it would be a bit different if he was a bit straighter on the ball to the left top. Give himself an angle to come down between the red and yellow, but Anton always seems to find a way, so let's see. He's trying to leave himself the angle, maybe screw in between them. This is a massive shot. If he screws straight onto the red, Craig's just pointed out, it could be absolutely perfect. He's just not cued it. He's just not cued it. Well, let's see Anton do Anton things. Or does John Owen slide through another gifted frame? What are you guys shouting at the table? What would you say, watching on your TVs right now, what would you be doing? Are you playing the double? Are you slipping it just inside the red and hoping to get another visit?
I think he's going to play the shot that he lined up to try and play, which is to cut that right across the table. But no, he's maybe changing his mind.
It looks like the double. Anton doing Anton things. Here we go.
Nah.
Nope.
I would be slicing it to the opposite corner, but it looks much, much easier on the table than it does here. I've just been over. It's close. Oh, Anton! Unbelievable!
This is deathmatch at its finest, and that will give my co-commentator a little bit of sweat off the head wiped, as 11 people will not get those unlimited nudges now.
Ah, fantastic. Oh, what a shot from Anton.
That's unreal.
You know, we've all seen that shot that he missed in the last qualifier. He's determined. I think Anton's going to go all the way now. He is so determined, so focused. That was unbelievable.
What a shot. That's one for the highlight reel. And can everyone guess what Colin might do here? I'm going to go for white off the back cushion and into the pack.
Do you know, I've seen him doing this so often, and it's uncanny how there's two balls climb across that centre line, just and by so little as well. I don't know if he's got it down to a tee or if he just gets lucky every time. I can't work it out. But a wee bit of adrenaline here though, so he might hit it a bit harder than he's normally used to, just to make sure.
Back cushion, here we go, and it's the same two balls every time, as you say.
He's hit it a wee bit harder there, just to make sure, but I don't know, Colin, you want to get into a safety battle with Anton?
Entertainment of the highest order, Peter, you're right. Paul, would you have cut it, just as I asked? What would you have done? What would you have played? Stevie actually said he was at the table and it was actually a better angle than it looked on from what we could see here, so Colin with his usual fluke there, but no, disgusting. It was a great shot from Anton. But we're on the next frame now, so
Colin's saying he stalls out early. He's probably annoyed that that ball went in.
yep.
He'll feel aggrieved it didn't cover that top corner bag. So this is going to be an interesting frame of pool. That's a nice shot again, isn't it?
Shot. So yeah, most people, even myself, I had always known Colin as the guy that would break and dish. And maybe I've always respected his tactical side of the game, but it's no something that it was always synonymous with Colin. He was always Tiger years ago. I've never seen anyone break and dish like Colin. Colin Downey just breaks and dishes. But through this deathmatch, a lot of people are getting to see a total different side of his game and how good he is at it.
Anton's got to be a fantastic tactical player though as well.
Yep.
He wins so many tournaments. He's always at the thick end of it. You know.
Yep, Robert Collin, who never gets flukes. I remember him actually talking about that a few weeks ago. I don't think he really wanted it to go, to be fair, but he would have preferred it hanging and killing the red at the top.
I've got quite a lot of film footage now of Colin in Deathmatch. I'll put his flukes together on a compilation and put it out there.
I tell you what a shot that just was. A few people have questioned why Colin goes off the back to kind of fudge break, and then during the frame plays an attacking shot. And he's an attacking player, a very attacking player. He's basically just making sure he gets a shot by going off the back and gets a chance to get to the table, rather than just allowing someone to go in and reverse dish him and he's out. So if his logic is correct, it's working here. Brilliant.
He's
finish.
played it well. Bridging awkwardly, but I can't imagine it missing. Yep, he's done it.
Excellent.
Colin's waited for his time and he's got in. An attacking shot and he's taken away the finish. Good on him.
Here we
We're
go,
down to the
guys.
death match final.
Epic stuff. If this doesn't get you excited about any kind of pool in any way, then maybe you should be playing Tiddlywinks, because I think this is absolutely fantastic.
I never have any favourites, Stevie, but notice one of them's wearing a deathmatch t-shirt.
Well, that's it. I mean, we've got one guy here sporting the team wear, and then we've got Colin, who never ever gets flukes. So I know who I'm rooting for. Colin, if you go home and watch this, it's not you. Nah, I'm only kidding. I'm looking forward to this.
So this is the final game. Whoever wins this game is playing for £10,000 on the 3rd of December.
Incredible when you hear that. That's sum of money for a...
They will become the 12th named person. Oh, has he got it? He has. He's got it again. Look at that.
Just
Clambers over the halfway line. Yep. The winner of this game, playing for 10,000, 3rd of December. There are 12 named people so far. The winner here will be the 12th named person. I've also got... I've got 9 other heats that are almost finished. So we'll have 21 names guaranteed. Maximum we can have is 32, but we're not going to get to that number unless there's people out there who are keen to get involved, who want to win £10,000 for a couple of frames of pool.
If you are interested, you know what to do. DeathMatchPool.com, DeathMatchPool on Facebook. Contact myself. Loads of other people involved. Gary Murphy. I'm sure Greg McMillan did he know do something
Yeah,
up at
he's
the club as well?
still going.
Yep. So there's loads and loads of qualifiers up and down the country. It'd be great to get you involved.
In short, basically you're paying £500 for a spot in the final, and then you're running qualifiers to recoup your 500, and in many cases more. Hope is that you can recoup using my format, 640, and profit for your club or your organiser. But a spot in the finals, £500, and that's what these guys are playing for just now.
Eddie's got a chance here on the Reds. He's forced the issue here, and he's got a real chance if he plays this shot right to open this right up. If he nails this in the top, which I think it goes, flick the yellow away from the black. Oh, he's going the other way.
He can't go the other way. He's looking at the path of the white.
Right.
He's got to take that one to the top. I take it this is one of those ones, Stevie, where you're playing against a top quality player. You've got a chance. Your hands on the table. You've got to try and take it, surely.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the way Eddie's played tonight, he's played with that kind of mentality. I think the one thing he'll be disappointed there is he kind of just put his hand down and played that. But it could have been worse.
There's still a couple of difficult yellows. Colin's very capable of taking them away, but under this pressure, as we know, mistakes get made. He's got a couple of balls on the side cushion. Yeah, it's a clever shot. He's not rushing it. Colin wants to be in that final. I'm sure he's got an arrangement with his friends.
Yep.
That if he makes it, they can cut in. I'm just guessing, but
That's generally the way Colin and the gang are, so I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. Do you know what? Eddie will take that.
yeah, it's not worked out too bad.
His red's out, and it's kind of covered the other yellow, so he'll be happy with that. Colin's got work to do here, eh? This could be a big, big shot. He's just killing it. Very clever from Colin. He's just basically biding his time and making sure, so it looked quite open a minute ago, and that's been the story of tonight in general. A lot of the frames have started off with someone heading to the table, having a big chance, and then all of a sudden the frame has been tied up, and a lot of the time it's went against who had the chance at the start. So let's see how this one pans out. Eddie had a chance, Collins managed to tie it up. Still a lot of pool in this frame, a lot of pool to go yet. Oh, he's left a nice angle here.
Do you try to develop the two difficult ones on the side cushion before you go for the finish?
He's played a good shot to flick off the red next to the black. Oh, he's hard done
Is
by
he?
if
No,
that
I
doesn't
don't
go.
know. It might. Do you think it's covered it? Do you know what? See if it has. Does he just try and take the pocket?
I think so. I mean, there's loads of work to be done on the yellows. If he takes the pocket, he's got a ball at the bottom, two balls at the top. It's hard for Colin to play a really good snooker. It would maybe force Colin's hand that he'd have to go for something that he probably wouldn't want to. So, but it's hard to tell from here if it goes. We'll find out in a minute. It looks to me as if he's going to have a go at this, so it must pass.
He's having a right good look, isn't he?
You're right, Robert, that was a very good shot to play that.
Oh no!
Oh, to play the flick off the red and canning that and leaving himself the angle was a very good shot, and he's unlucky. But this is to qualify for a £10,000 final. I don't believe for a minute Colin will be going crazy here. I think he'll be quite cute about how he plays these balls, and I would be surprised if he doesn't play another snooker. And saying that, I mean, the 5 balls on the one side of the table, it's not ideal, but it's just, for me, this still isn't easy, and that is definitely. He's almost 2-1 that. He's almost 2-1 that. I think this is the shot. He'll just roll this up. Looks as if he's screwing it in. He's played a wee jump through. That's a good shot.
Still got total control of this frame,
That's
really,
it.
hasn't he?
Yep.
There's Eddie's
Going to take
won a Hail Mary, isn't he?
Yep. Oh, that's it. This could be his Hail Mary right here.
Gary Murphy will be hoping he finds it. He's got the ticket. He's got the ticket on Edward Cassidy to win.
How many was on Colin?
Colin, we've got I think 7 or 8 on Colin. If they all turn up next week, they could have a heat their own.
He's just played the hit and he's played it not too bad.
Has he covered the yellows, the question?
I wonder if Colin may play the double across.
Does Colin just lift that yellow off the side cushion and run the white slightly up table? That's it, yep. Is this the one you hit hard? Or are we still looking to nudge that red down and cover the bag?
I mean, if he played it really, really well and flicks the red and lands on the yellow, it could be a great shot. But I mean, how many shots would you need to get that right? I would probably be just wellying this.
I don't think he's got a total here, Stevie. That's the problem.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're spot on.
He doesn't want to go cushion first, and then he's got to get the white back onto the side cushion after a nudge. This is where you hope the referee doesn't have a difficult decision to make.
Yellow first.
Yellow first.
Here you go, Colin. This is a £10,000 final finish. Can you get there?
Do you know, this is the bit where you really see somebody's mettle, because I have seen these opportunities let go. In fact, I probably let a few go myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would finish this 9 out of 10 times, if not 99 out of 100.
Yep. And he won't mess about. We might be only see him chalk his cue when it gets to the black. Oh, there it comes. 4 shots later.
And he's done it. Well done, Colin Downey.
Superb, mate. Well done.
Congratulations. And that's you through seat in the £10,000 final.
Fantastic.
Commiserations to Eddie. Just shows it is hard sitting there at the top of that ladder trying to get through.
Unlucky Ronan in that tough group. John Owen climbed that ladder great. It was a fantastic watch. Some of the drama was absolutely brilliant, as it always is. Everybody, thanks for tuning in.
So the likes of Stevie Black, you have now got unlimited free entry to DeathMatchPool Monday nights in McGoldrick's.
I don't expect you to take them off, Stevie. Settle down.
Looking through to see Derek Mallett. He's managed to call Colin Downey. Well done. We've also got Paul Gillis. He's called Colin. We've got Joe Finlay. No, he's called Jordan Graham. I'm one out. It's Greg McMillan. He's got his own tournament. But yeah, he's called Colin Downey, so he can come through any time he likes. Free entry.
Unlimited nudges. Well done, guys.
We've got 8 weeks, 7 weeks after tonight, 7 weeks left. So any of those, come on down. Just give me a shout. Let me know you want in before I do the draw. Check. But well done to you. I'll check the rest of the list. And so 3rd of December, £10,000. If you want to have a qualifier in your venue, give me a wee phone. Go on the DeathMatchPool's website or come onto Facebook. Let me know where you are and what you want to do. I'll give you some options, tell you what other people have done around the country. We're Inverness to Milton Keynes, guys, so there's plenty going on. Loads of opportunity. Even if you don't think you can get that many heats yourself, you maybe get a small pub in an area. I'm sure your team are part of a league. All you need to do is get the other pubs in the area to do a couple of qualifiers for you. Likes of up in Aberdeen, we've got a couple in Peterhead and a couple in the surrounding areas. And then they're going to come together, legends in Aberdeen, and play off in the final. So there's lots of ways to do it, guys. But thanks for tuning in tonight.
Cheers, guys.
And I'll get the highlights show out to you soon. Stevie, thanks for coming along and doing my commentary for me, as always.
Absolutely love it. Cheers, guys, for
I'm
tuning
always
in.
asked for you to come along. Craig, Q Sport TV, fantastic. Setting up for us, absolutely. That's what gets us to you. And all the support we get from the venues around the country, and in particular Paul.
We've got a happy Anton coming over here, telling us how Colin was very jammy.
But I'm going to bid you Farewell,
Yep,
and
thank you very much, guys, for the interaction, and I'm out of here.
our next stream is the grand final.
DeathMatchPool. Once in a lifetime chance to win £10,000. Playing 8 ball, black ball. One winner, one chance, one prize. £10,000. Enter at a venue near you. DeathMatchPool.